such a big contrast.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're right. Like that was my first time celebrating Christmas. We're Muslim, so we don't celebrate Christmas.
Yeah, we don't celebrate in
With the family.
in that sense,
And-
Jesus Christ is still one of our prophets, so
Yeah.
we do think of, we do have respect for him, obviously, but we don't celebrate Christmas in a sense the way Christians do.
Yeah, we don't celebrate Prophet Muhammad's birthday either, right?
Yeah.
So like, but that was the first time it was my first Christmas, kind of, and it felt like Eid, to be honest.
It did. It was like
Like strange as it is, it felt like Eid because it really brought me back to Pakistan, because Barcelona had these palm trees, right? And the city that I live in Pakistan, Karachi, it has that same view, like palm trees, mountains, you know, that rustic look, like dirt,
Yeah.
right? And I was like, wow, like this is like me back in Pakistan. Like even the mornings where you hear like roosters and, you know, just I don't know why, like the whole vibe of Barcelona, it reminded me of Karachi, of like a Middle Eastern type vibe, or South Asian vibe. And when it came time for Christmas that day, I was like, wow, this is almost like Eid. Like we're celebrating, we have all these dishes, other than the Christmas tree, the Christmas tree, because, which is cool, right?
Yeah.
And I had a good time. It was really nice.
Me too. And these people don't have much money. They really didn't. You know, they kind of live in a very low salary, just a few euros per hour where they work, and you know, they always cook for themselves. And even despite of that, we were there for Christmas, and they made multiple different meals for everybody in the hostel, and that's not required. You know, you hostel,
They didn't
you
have
pay
to do
your,
that.
you know, you pay your nightly fee, and that's like, that was all next to nothing, like 15 euros per night or whatever. I don't even remember how low it was. It's and you know, they made us food, and then you're like, whoa. And they had gifts for every single person staying in that hostel that day. And
They made you feel special.
they made you feel special. And you're like, you just kind of get out of, like, you know, I'm sitting here and I'm like enjoying my time. I just get out of myself and I just stand there and look at this. I'm like, look at these people. And look at my life back home. Because, you know, in Christmas I see, even at work, when they give you gifts, this is a decent gift that they give your coworkers, or sometimes you do certain Secret Santa and, you know, that you get gifts. But I'm just like, wow, these people are truly, really, really, really valuing what's most important, which is being with the people that you like, that you enjoy, and doing things out of care and, you know, out of love, rather than, you know, just because I got a big gift, this person is, you know, great. But these people made you feel special with such a small thing, and you can tell that's human nature. It's like the giving, the small things that you, and I was just amazed, and I was like, these people living in such, like they are at 1/6, 7th of salary of someone in here in their ages, and they seem to be very happy, whereas I see some people their age in here with much more in depression.
Yeah.
And I'm like, just it's so amazing. To me, I had not stayed in hostels where I had interacted with other people.
Yeah.
I have stayed in the hostels in the past, but it has always been with a bigger group of my own friends, and so I didn't get to experience that close, you know, friendship in one night with a group of people. So it was pretty amazing. And that's why I recommend for people who go to hostels, and, you know, when you go over to Europe, I know it will be tough for some people. It's different. Family-wise, everybody's different. Some people may not feel comfortable.
Yeah.
It'll be easier if you go with a group, but try and experience hostels because you really get to meet amazing people and learn from them, and just say goodbye the next day.
Yeah, it's kind of bittersweet because you meet all these like super cool people, you know, from the States, from Russia, from France, and then you just hang out and everyone's speaking English, thankfully, right? Thankfully we understand, you know, the main language, right? I was so grateful for that.
Yeah.
And even people that don't know English, like the Spanish people,
yeah,
you make it work.
Yeah, it just kind of works. There was one person we were just translating through Google.
Yeah.
Was he Argentinian? He was in Sevilla, right? Yeah, it was interesting. We didn't know, so we would write it in Google and be like, hey, this is what we're talking about. And
yeah.
they would do the same. And
So let's start off with Barcelona. I guess we'll go city by city.
Sure.
And then we'll kind of give you guys a good kind of overview of our experience, right?
Yeah.
And let me just put this on pause so I can just get that mouse